Hello everyone, it's John from Brisbane. It's Sunday morning and it's time for my weekly report. Weight-wise, what's happening? Well, my weight's going down still, and that's predominantly because I've stopped taking my medication for a particular ailment. So I had to do that because I was just, for my own personal reasons, I've stopped taking it anyway. So I'm seeing doctors this week, so I'm quite sure I'll get hauled over the coals and told that I've got to go back on it. But yeah, which means I'll probably slap an ITO on me and tell me that guess what, you're stuck in hospital for 21 days until such time as we decide to let you out. But I'm exceptionally good at dodging them, so we'll see. But what else has been happening? Well, Gen Con's happening in the States. For those lucky people within our group who are there, of whom I know John and Emily are, well done. I'm seeing lots of stuff on Twitter that you're posting. You seem to be thoroughly enjoying yourself. Somewhat concerned about, because once again, you're not getting a lot of information, but I'm assuming you're having something to do with chili, consumption, danger. Emily, I liked your alcoholic milkshake. That, I think, would be an incredibly dangerous, very dangerous, exceedingly dangerous. Mind you, of course, that would be a interesting way to slip alcohol into a gaming venue if they had a no alcohol allowed policy. Oh, it's only a milkshake. It's only a milkshake. Nothing to worry about. Stupidity of some things, but I can understand why it's probably in place. But yes, people need to take responsibility for their actions. Yes, we can't have the nanny state forever, for God's sake. Anyway, what else have we been? What else has been happening? Oh, we had a death in the family. My daughter's pet rat Splinter passed away. My daughter was devastated, so I had to. And this is the problem now. She lives hours away up on the Sunshine Coast, which is sort of like, I suppose, a less hectic version of our Gold Coast, which is to the south. And it's, for those, I suppose, for Americans, think of Florida, Miami, tacky, dreadful, last place you'd want to go visit. Oh, sorry, I'm an Australian. I dislike anything that deals with beaches and the concept of holidays. So if I've offended you, I apologise, but I don't really like, well, let's put it this way. I can remember the Gold Coast from the 60s, and the Gold Coast was a beautiful place. And then the developers moved in, and suddenly we had high rises, and our skyline changed. And it was no longer a holiday destination. It became a tourist trap. Yes. Would you believe that this is actually the 4th video of this? Because each time I start talking, I digress, and I've had some other contentious conversations with the camera, because of course I'm looking at myself, and it's the way I view it is that I'm more or less sitting here talking to the camera, or my phone in this case, talking to myself. And you can imagine the conversation I'm actually having with myself, because I'm seeing myself talking, and I'm there going, oh, well, I'm talking to myself and talking back, and I'm not mad. Not in the least. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what's been happening. I have my role-playing group still going, my club still going, so I'm playing games there. What did we play last time? I'm trying to remember. We actually turned up with board games this time, and we played No. Memories failed me. But I've been, pardon me again, I've been reorganising my my library and everything downstairs, trying to integrate everything. And as you can see, I've got my roleplay stuff sitting over here now, so I've sort of got all my the RuneQuest stuff now is all sort of packed together. So the Chaosium actually extends further along, so I've picked up all that, and then I've got my early D&D stuff sitting there, and then Fantasy Flights and the early Games Workshop Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay and things like that. So yes, I've been reorganising stuff, and I've been pumping out some little videos. So God forbid, but I'm actually getting a small following of people now. Yes. It's nice, I must admit. What else have I been doing? I've been playtesting and editing for an author who writes for Ganesha Games. So that's been gratifying. That's been filling in my time. But yes, that's pretty much been me. Been going for a walk. I've posted some videos. Those of you who follow me on Facebook will see that, or even on the YouTube, I just post pictures of my dog Pippin. God help me when he passes. I don't think I'm going to cope very well with that, but he's only 2, so I'm hoping for a few more years. Hopefully I'll be gone before he goes, so hopefully that won't be an issue. But yeah, so we go for walks. I try to get the wife to get moving, because the doctor said that if she doesn't get her act together, she's either going to have a stroke or worse. And my life is complicated enough already. So so I hope everybody in the weight loss group is doing well. Emma has been posting some magnificent examples of how she has lost her weight by showing the dresses she wore 12 months ago. And her wedding is getting really, really close now. Isn't it, Emma? It's not far away. Yes. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing some photos of the event. So I do recommend that you go and have a look at Emma's Place UK. It's certainly well and truly worth, if you want to have a look at how a person has stayed faithful or perseveres with her journey and chronicling her weight loss journey. Emma is probably the best that I've seen amongst the people that I know. There's probably plenty of people out there who knows, probably a far better job, but amongst the people I know, Emma's excellent, and I'm happy to plug her. She does a good job. So I hope she continues to run with Emma's Place UK. Who knows what her direction might be after the wedding, but she, who knows, might focus on Elliot. Oh no, hang on. Flipping YouTube's got a little caveat down now there on the thing about flipping. You must be mindful of child exploitation on videos, and I'm thinking, oh God, the nanny states everywhere now. You can't. But anyway, I digress. As you can always see, I've always got an opinion about something. So what else? What else has been? Oh, that's right, because I've now been stroking my beard. I can't remember if I mentioned it last time, but during the week, it might have been last. Oh, I can't remember. But I was in the game shop with my the friend who owns it, and this gentleman walks by and waves at me, and I'm there going, do I know this guy? And he points at the beard, and I'm there going, I'm thinking, oh, okay, maybe he does know me. I don't know at all. And anyway, he comes into the shop and he says, I like your beard. And I went, oh, well, thank you very much. I said, it's taken me over 2 years to get it to this length. And he said, oh, thank goodness. He said, there's hope for me yet, because his beard was, he's just starting to grow his, so his was only like a small beard. And so we got talking about things like that. And of course, my poor son, he can't grow a beard if his life depended on it. It looks like he's what we derogatively call bum fluff. And yes, he can't. But on the positive side, though, he's got his mother's eternal youth and the fact that he gets carded and, please provide proof of age, sir. So he, unlike his sister, who looks far older, she's got her father's genes, I think, in that respect, where she looks far more mature than the age that she's at. So yeah, it's funny how things happen. But he whinges about the fact he'd love to have a beard, but as I said to him, I said, look, Liam, I said, you'll be far. I said, most women would kill to have the fact to look as to be looking youthful and not age than to well, obviously they don't want to grow a beard, but than to have to complain about not being able to look more, I don't know, older or whatever. But I think you can understand what I'm talking about anyway. But yes, it's a so yeah, that was rather a pleasant undertaking from our little day out. But yes. All right, well, look, I've rambled enough. I've gone for, about 12 minutes or so, which I think is far too long for most of you to have to put up with me. Look, thank you very much. I hope everybody who's at Gen Con have enjoyed themselves. For everybody else who's still on their weight loss journey, keep at it. Keep at it. I see Sam posted some photos of yourself. Well done. Excellent. Missy, of course, Missy always posts, so we won't let her ego continue to soar any more than it already is. So she does a good job, so we can't say anything about that, can we? Well done, Missy. Yvonne's always there. We've got our regulars who have now escaped me, but you know who you are, which is good. So, the group continues. Dave is popping in all the time and, letting us know that he's still there, even though we've lost Dan. Yes, we've lost Dan. I'll say that again. We've lost Dan. Not that I'm going to hold it against you, Dan, but we've lost you. But these things happen. But, we move on, sadly. And remember, that's what memories are for, is to remember the times and that. So, I certainly am not going to forget the times that Dan was part of a time that I thought was an exceptionally good period of time. And we're now obviously in a new era where we'll make new memories. But I'm certainly not going to forget the past. Certainly not going to forget Dan. So anyway, thank you everyone for putting up with me, and I'll see you next week. As I said, please check out my YouTube channel. I'm on Twitter. I'm actually, as I said, starting to get a following. Okay, it's only 30 people, but it's more than what I originally had. And we're slowly building. So, catching the eye of a few people that I found rather surprising. And that's not through YouTube, it's actually been through contact from a few, strange places. But, yes. I'll leave you thinking. Look, thank you again. Oh, God, how many times have I said that? As I said, you'll find me to be a very strange person. See, this is what happens when you get exiled to a country, or a continent, I should say, down at the end of the world. So Thank you, everybody. I'll see you next week. Signing off, the Honourable John.